Sirius XM and Internet channels 80. 5.
That division of labor, that approach to business has won him a lot of games over the years, and he just plugging in new bodies and evolving with the trends of the game, but it's still very much the things, his core values that he believes in.
Back in 2017, what was your take on a Texas Tech quarterback named Patrick Mahomes during your prep for that year's NFL draft?
I remember specifically that Kevin Colbert was extremely high on him. I was halfway paying attention because we had Big Ben kind of in his prime at that time, and so it was window shopping for me. I tended to focus my energy on other more significant or more immediate help. I remember specifically, I think in that draft class, I was looking at the edge rushman because we got a guy by the name of T.J. Watt. But Kevin, I remember very specifically, he always did his due diligence, and he was sky high on Mahomes. And I just remember him specifically talking about his release points and the fact that he could throw the ball on the move and from a variety of angles and body positions. Talked about his baseball background, the fact that his dad was a former MLB player. Kevin was on that one. He was extremely high on Pat Mahomes.
In talking about Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow before your trip to Cincinnati a few weeks ago, you said it was important to have enough defense for him not to run out of schematics come the fourth quarter. Does that also apply today for Mahomes?
No question. Any of the elite quarterbacks who have continuity within their system of offense, where they know where all their pieces are, and they have an understanding of what they're trying to get done, and they have time, experience on the job, you better have enough defense. You better not run out of defense. And so certainly he falls into that category.
What would you list as Mahomes' most underrated quality?
His in general feel for the game. He can keep his eyes downfield and feel the rush, feel escape lanes, buy time. His ability to run parallel to the line of scrimmage at times or release the ball just as he's scrambling to and beyond the line of scrimmage. His spatial relationship component, his feel for space in the pocket, whether it's the rush
all right.
or
Good
where
morning,
he
everybody.
is.
Welcome to
All
Valhalla
of that lends
Sports
itself
Talk.
to the unique plays
Today,
that he
a little
creates in those
NFL
extended play
doubleheader
moments.
on the channel.
Travis Kelce, the tight end, is
Be an NFL doubleheader. It starts off this morning at the top of the hour, 11 o'clock in Arizona. That'll be 10 o'clock on the West Coast, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I might have the wrong... Oh, I have it right. Okay, cool. I thought I might have had the teams on the wrong side up here. But we're good to go here. The Chiefs, as of right now, the live betting line is -2. Chiefs giving up 2. Pittsburgh getting 2. Over-under currently 46. 46 is your over-under. I just want to take this moment to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, if you celebrate, and a upcoming Happy New Year. I guess if you celebrate that as well. But top of the hour, we got Chiefs Steelers. We'll be listening in today on the Steelers radio broadcast. A few of you, I imagine, are in weird fantasy football leagues where you have your championship games here in week 17. So good luck to you all on that. And those of you that are doing some Christmas Day parlays or Christmas Day bets, good luck to y'all. Shelby Minnick in the house. Merry Christmas, Miss Shelby. Merry Christmas. I saw Big Zig stopped in earlier. But here we go. I think I'm finally over this cold thing, or at least real close to over it. And I don't think it's going to come back for the 5th time. So enjoy the show, everybody. Here we go. We got about 12 minutes to kick off.
I've been in the league. They're very good at what they do. There's no secret why they've been able to sustain, and that's why we've been in some challenging circumstances. But this time of year, those are the type of circumstances and stadiums that you want to be in. As the road gets narrow, you want to know that you're sharpening your sword, you know where you are, you're making the necessary adjustments, or you're winning in the ways that you need to win this time of year to prepare yourself for January football.
That's the Mike Tomlin Show, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Bob Labriola. Rob King, Craig Wolfley, Max Starks, and Missy Matthews are next as we count down to kickoff. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Mike Tomlin Show was brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It may be cold outside, but we are only weeks away from the start of golf season. Get ready for 2025 with SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio's season preview show, where you can hear about the biggest storylines and players to watch out for next season.
I think Rory really wants to get back to the summit of our game.
Hear the SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio 2025 season preview show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Channel 92 in the car and anytime with the SiriusXM app.
A blessed Advent, everybody. I'm Cardinal Timothy Dolan here in New York, inviting you to join me, along with SiriusXM's The Catholic Channel, for a very special Christmas celebration. We'll bring you masses from all over the world, like Midnight Mass from Rome, celebrated by His Holiness Pope Francis on Christmas Eve. We'll also cover masses from Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and even our beloved St. Patrick's Cathedral here in New York City. Why not celebrate Christmas with all of us here at The Catholic Channel, SiriusXM 129.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Ahoy, ye mateys! Now I know you probably think a pirate like me with a peg leg and an eye patch is in search of me buried treasure, but 'tis not so, me mateys. Hooray! But we can't do it all ourselves. Lend us a hand by always recycling and disposing of your trash properly. To learn more about keeping oceans clean, visit keepoceansclean.org. Tarnation. I mean, keepoceansclean.org.
Right? That's keepoceansclean.org.
Yeah, what he said. Brought to you by the Keep Oceans Clean Alliance and the Ad Council.
It's the best time of the fantasy year, the fantasy football playoffs. Whether you're in a position to take down the crown or if you're on to daily fantasy, the only place to turn is Fantasy Sports Radio. Get started weekday mornings with Roto Baller Radio at 6, followed by Fantasy Football Morning presented by Fantasy Points at 7, and then me, Jeff Ratcliffe, at 9. I'll deliver you the best hip-hop tracks and fantasy football insight and analysis before I turn it over to Fantasy Life.
Thanks, Jeff. Hear me, Kendall Valenzuela, and Adam Ronis as we use all the tools from FantasyLife.com to help you win no matter what format you play. Then hear FTN Fantasy at 1 and Jeff.
Covered with myself, Jeff Ratcliffe, RotoWire Fantasy Sports Today, Fantasy Alarm, and so much more. Fantasy Sports Radio Channel 87 and on the SiriusXM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
Get daily football news on the players and teams that matter to you on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
After back-to-back losses in Philadelphia and Baltimore, the Steelers are hoping that there's no place like home for the holidays. But improving to 3-0 all-time on Christmas Day won't be easy with their opponent, the 14-1 two-time defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, looking to nail down the #1 seed in the AFC playoffs with a win today. I'm Rob King. I'm joined by Craig Wolfley, Max Starks, and Missy Matthews. You are listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. Countdown to kickoff is delivered by Little Caesars, official pizza of your Pittsburgh Steelers. Order online during the Pizza pregame and get it delivered or pick it up in-store from the Pizza Portal Pickup. Pizza. Wide receiver George Pickens is back. Wolf, that should help an offense that scored 30 points combined in the last 2 games. So Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson will have his top passing game weapon going against a guy who's won 4 Super Bowls as a coordinator, and that's Steve Spagnuolo of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Indeed. Well, big games require big-time players to do big-time things. At this point in the season, look, there is nothing bigger than this game right here, right now, on what is the biggest birthday party throughout the world, celebrating the birth of Jesus. At such big times as this, you need your big man to step forward and lead from the front, and that's why today, Kinger, it's all about riding with Russ. Russ has faced off with the Chiefs' defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, 5 times. In those games, Russ went 2-3, but he had good stats the whole time. But stats don't always tell the whole story. Spags is known for his pressure cooker, exotic blitz packages that can just bedazzle and discombobulate quarterbacks. It's like me taking a pop math quiz, right? Last year with the Broncos, Russ got the better of Spags with a 3-touchdown, no interception performance on the way to a 24-9 win. Now the Steelers need Russ to do the same thing today. And in what may well be the hidden vigorish in the game is Russ's ability to identify Spags' blitzes and his familiarity with how Spags tries to disguise his coverage schemes. Spags likes to blitz about 1/3 of the time. Russ has 113.3 QB rating versus the blitz. The ability to beat the blitz, the familiarity to read the disguised coverages, that's why the Steelers need to ride with Russ today.
And it's a good day to throw the football, Wolf. Today's game day weather is brought to you by Pepsi. Hey, Steelers Nation, Steelers game day is here. Grab a refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar now. Steelers watching is better with Pepsi. 39 degrees, steady throughout the course of the game. Winds minimal, 2 miles per hour. And Max, the Steelers defense has given up 61 points combined in the last 2 games. They won't have Joey Porter Jr., but they will get 3 key starters back in this matchup against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
And those 3 are going to be a huge addition for this squad. You talk about Deshaun Elliott and the fact and his impact that's felt on the back end as well as on the perimeter with the run. Against, we talked about those last 2 weeks, right? You've gone against Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. Well, Deshaun Elliott not being in there handles a lot of that. And also the passing completion percentages go down when Deshaun Elliott's in there. And now you got Dante Jackson back in the lineup. But I think the key thing is going to be outside linebackers. That's going to be the key to this. The Chiefs have terrible, have a terrible time with injuries at the tackle position, which is good for the Steelers. When you think about Highsmith and Watt off the edge, along with Nick Herbig coming in to do a job on him, because Patrick Mahomes, they've been giving up a lot of sacks on him. Now, they've had 0 giveaways in the last 5 games, and the Steelers, of course, 31 takeaways, which is one of the best in the league. That's going to be another area with the pressure that's given on it. First 10 games of the season, they gave the ball away 14 times. I expect a little bit more of that to happen with the pressure off the edges from this defense.
Max, thank you. Ho, 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 here we go. This is Rob King. That concludes today's pregame show. Kickoff is next in the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The biggest college football games are on Sirius XM.
That was one of the craziest college football games I've seen.
Hear every game of the college football playoff and more than 40 bowl games.
That was a great move. They just juked him out of his shorts.
Get the channel number for your school's broadcast at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule.
Still on his feet, and he's into the end zone.
Or search college football on the Sirius XM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
Football on Christmas? You bet. 4 of the 5 AFC teams already locked into playoff spots take the field when the Chiefs travel to Pittsburgh and the Ravens head south to take on the Texans. Who will win these potential playoff previews? Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio. Channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
From Brad Summer.
Yeah, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you know what you see?
Foxworthy.
This is Larry the Cable Guy.
And we're excited to tell you about our exclusive SiriusXM channel.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup. Every hour of every day, we're going to bring you the best comedy from some of the best and our favorite comedians.
Like Nate Borgazzi, Dusty Slay, and Leanne Morgan, just to name a few.
By the way, she owes me money.
And we each host our own shows every week.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup.
SiriusXM 97, your home for great American comedy.
Pittsburgh fans, hear what Coach Tomlin and the players have to say after each game on the Steelers channel. 826 on the SiriusXM app.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers audio network.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2024. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Bet Rivers Online Casino and Sportsbook. It's a whole new game. By S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. By Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By South Hills Jeep, celebrating 50 years in the South Hills. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Clearview Federal Credit Union. Get the financial answers you need. By Doing It Right Roofing, Siding, and Remodeling. Home of the Lifetime Workmanship Warranty. By Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at the Steelers Pro Shop at shop.steelers.com. By UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. And by First National Bank. Let's get started. Member FDIC.
This legal disclaimer is brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the National Football League and the Pittsburgh Steelers for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the consent of the National Football League or the Pittsburgh Steelers is prohibited.
Well, the two teams have gone out. The captains have gone out to the center of the field where referee Craig Rolstad will take us through the coin toss.
I have an NFL coin. The helmet is heads. The NFL shield is tails. Kansas City, you're the visiting team. What is your call? Called tails. Tails. It is tails. You've won the toss. Pittsburgh will receive to start the ball game.
Chiefs win the toss, elected to defer. The Chiefs can clinch the number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs with a win. They've already clinched their 9th consecutive AFC West title. The Steelers' 11th win would be their most wins since 2020 and would assure them control of their own path to the AFC North Championship. And Missy Matthews' late season success since they changed his schedule in the NFL has been found by the Steelers.
Yeah, December football, we know how important it is. Coach Tomlin talks about it all the time. And since the new schedule started in 2021 with 18 weeks, the Steelers have gone 6-0. That means they've made the postseason twice because of it, missed 1 year. There's a question mark on this one. We know they're in, guys, but we know how bad. Everybody in the stadium wants the AFC North title, so we can start here for the playoffs.
For sure, Missy, thank you very much. And when you think, Wolf, about, you expand that schedule to 18 weeks for the schedule, and the Steelers are 6-0 so far. Let's go 7-0 and 8-0 here.
Hey, let's do it. Just keep it rolling. And by the way, Smokey Robinson is down there today. I met the man, the legend myself. It was great to meet him. Gadzooks. I haven't been that excited since I met Donnie Iris down there.
Nobody looks cooler twirling a terrible towel than Smokey Robinson.
No.
And he's leading the charge out in the field right now, standing at the 10-yard line. He's got the towel overhead. He's swirling it around. There's some red here, but keep in mind, if you're watching at home, some of that red is people dressed up in Santa Claus outfits.
A lot of people dressed up in Santa Claus. Let's not misconstrue what's going on down there.
Yeah, the Chiefs have had so much success. In their last 22 games, 16 wins have come by one score. 16 wins by one score, Wolf. They play a lot of close games. They know how to win them. Of course, that's been a hallmark of Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers as well.
Unquestionably so. And what a great opportunity for two teams to come together in just one ginormous clash of the Titans right here. And we get to view it, we get to watch it, we get to call it. My goodness, you talk about a Christmas gift it is this.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
my friend.
Christmas, brother.
Can't wait. Harrison Butker has set the ball at the 35-yard line, waiting for the official word that he can go ahead and kick it. Cordero Patterson and Jalen Warren are back deep for the Steelers, who will be moving right to left in front of us. Merry Christmas to you as Butker with the boot. Jalen Warren will take it a couple yards deep, and he's going to take a knee as it kicks around a little bit. And the Steelers will have the ball at the 30-yard line. And Wolf looking for some early success. Last couple of weeks, 3 and outs have been an issue. The Steelers have had 7 in these 2 losses. They've only forced 1. Some early drives here to get some momentum, which seem to be maybe one of the little keys to this game.
It is indeed. One of the best things about today is George Pickens is back. He's back in the saddle. Russ's numbers all go up with George in the lineup.
And the 5-time Pro Bowler Chris Jones is not in the lineup at defensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs. So Russell Wilson comes out in the shotgun. He has Najee Harris to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Gets a snap, looks to throw underneath and out in the right flat. This is Freiermuth, and Freiermuth will pick up about 7 yards before he is dragged down. So a nice positive gain on the first play of the game.
Well, what I like is you automatically go the first time out to Freiermuth. One of the guys we talked about who needs more targets. We believe he needs more targets. I think he can deliver on those targets. And if the coverage is so, then get him the ball, because I think he can be a big beneficial factor today.
51st catch of the year for Freiermuth, one of 3 tight ends to the right of Russell Wilson, who's under center. As Najee Harris is a lone setback, gets the snap, gives to Harris, left side, and he's tracked down by Nick Bolton, the leading tackler for the Chiefs, after a pickup of a couple, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 from the 39-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 38, so closer to 3rd and 2 here.
You got to come back to that. But for the run-through of Nick Bolton, this could have been more meat on the bone, more yards down the field. That is a run that looks promising.
Wilson, shotgun, gets a snap, looking left, now looking back right, now stumbling, rolls out to his left, lost the football, pounces back on top of it, loses yardage all the way back to the 27-yard line, so a sack officially on the play as Wilson stumbles, and it is a quick 3 and out. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense.
Now that's disconcerting. That's something that you can't have. Russ knows that. Hey, it happens. These things will be a problem. The fact is, you don't have Chris Jones in. Chris Jones in there. That's the guy that can make such a huge difference. That guy is like a human hemorrhoid down there for offensive linemen.
And here's Waitman with the boot. Low spiraling driving kick. Romilio will take it at the 31-yard line. Going to try to work left and finds a wall of blockers. Turns a corner. 45-50. Crosses midfield down to the 40-yard line of the Steelers before he's bumped out of bounds. So not a good start here at all for the Steelers. A 3 and out, a 41-yard low punt, and a 28-yard return. We'll have the Chiefs with the ball at the 41-yard line of the Steelers.
Oh, that was scary. Were it not for Christian Kuntz, the snapper, the Char Valley grad. The guy comes out and supermans himself and takes down the ball carrier. That was a great job of laying it all on the line.
So Patrick Mahomes comes out in the shotgun. He has Isaiah Pacheco to his left, 2 receivers split to each side. Cam Sutton showing blitz from the left side, now backs off. And here's the handoff, right side, and this is Pacheco who's going to find some room. He's going to cross the 40, going to cross the 35, get down to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards on first down.
Well, that's just one of those powers, lead powers coming off, and you got Pacheco turning up. Pacheco hasn't been in, he's played how many games now? They're not too many. He's had some injury issues.
Fractured leg coming back from that, averaging 3.8 yards per carry. First 2 seasons, 4.7. So much like Jalen Warren, trying to get him back in the groove. And here's Pacheco again, and this time closed down on the backside by Highsmith. And a pickup of maybe half a yard. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Chiefs.
Well, when you need a Jedi edge rusher, you call on Alex Highsmith. Boom, and he delivers. What a great job of coming from the backside, squeezing, staying shoulder high on the back, not giving him any leverage to cut back, and then doing the whole deal by knocking the guy to the ground. Great job by Alex Highsmith.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line of the Steelers' right hash. Kareem Hunt has checked into the ballgame. He is to the left of Mahomes in the shotgun. Kelsey goes in motion right to left, settles just off the left side of the formation. The snap, the handoff to Hunt off the right side, and Hunt is hit in the backfield by Patrick Queen, the first guy there, and he will be short of a first down. It is going to be 4th and about a yard now.
Oh, and another one bites the dust. That's right, Pat Queen from the backside linebacker comes in and gets the job done. Cam Hayward in on the hit. You got a bunch of guys there. That's the way to stifle a run.
So it's 4th and a yard. The ball just inside the 33-yard line. The Chiefs are going for it. They send 2 receivers to the left. Kelsey once again in motion left, now settles back to the right. Hunt is to the right of Mahomes in the shotgun. And the crowd on its feet and cheering, and Mahomes reaches over his shoulder and calls for a timeout here. Didn't like what he saw, and the crowd now beginning to really get behind this Steelers defense.
Well, in the spirit of Christmas, we got to do some giving, and I'd like to be given a whole bunch of lump of coal into that Kansas City stocking. That's what you want. You need this defense to rise up and make the stop.
So interesting here, the Chiefs have huddled on the far side. The offense is there. Harrison Butker is back practicing like he might be called upon to kick. He hasn't been called upon to kick yet. He's trying to keep himself limber.
Yep.
And it looks like Mahomes and the offense will come back out. Butker will run back off the field, and the Chiefs will go for it here on 4th down, 11:25 remaining here in this opening quarter at Acrisure Stadium. Chiefs moving left to right in front of us. Hunt is to the left of Mahomes in the shotgun. Holmes steps up to the line of scrimmage. He wants to communicate to his team. Kelsey wants to hear what's going on. He settles back to the right. Mahomes gets a snap. Will give to Hunt, and Hunt up the middle will find a crevice and pick up the first down across the 30 and down to the 29 of the Steelers.
Oh, he was worm high. Let me tell you, Kareem Hunt got low going through that A-gap, trying to drive forward and getting the first down. That's a low pad level from Kareem Hunt, man, because that all you had was shoulder pads and knees to look at if you were sitting at second level for the Steelers.
Pacheco is checked back in, and the Chiefs have used another timeout here. They had some issues in their huddle, didn't want to take a penalty, so they use a timeout.
Charge timeout. Kansas City, this is a 30-second timeout.
So the Chiefs have already used 2 timeouts just 4 minutes into this game. The one you could understand, hey, you want to make sure you get the 4th down. The other one, wow, they just had the wrong personnel out there, had to use the huddle or use the timeout to avoid the 5-yard penalty. For the world's most complete selection of Steelers merchandise, visit the official Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at shop.steelers.com. So see if that is a factor as this first half wears on here. The ball at the 29-yard line. It's set right in the middle of the field. Fresh set it down to the Chiefs at the 29 of the Steelers on a 1st and 10. Mahomes is in the shotgun. He has Pacheco to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Wants to throw for the first time out to Kelsey, and Kelsey makes the grab and the right flat lunges forward and gets down to about the 25-yard line, a pickup of about 4 on that first down play.
And you know, it's interesting. Travis Kelsey says one of his favorite tight ends to study is Pat Freiermuth. You know, I mean,
really?
Yeah, I saw a quote from him on that. You know, and it's very interesting, yeah.
Well, high praise, for sure, if you're Pat Freiermuth hearing that. Kelsey moves in motion right to left. That was his 997th career reception. Mahomes back, looking. Now pump fakes. Now he's going to move out to the left. Finds some room. He's going to get to the corner, crosses the 20, the 15, and scoots out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Picks up a first down on that run, and it's going to be the Chiefs getting a second first down on this drive, Wolf.
Well, you got Pat Mahomes. You lose your proper rush lanes, your disciplined rush lanes. So that what? That means he's got some area to operate. And one of the things that Mahomes does so very well is, I don't know, look like he's got an ankle messed up, and then suddenly he's got no ankle problem running. It's amazing.
12-yard scamper. He's back in the shotgun with Pacheco to his left. Gets a snap, play action pass, throws out to Noah Gray, the tight end in the left flat. He makes the reception, is ridden out of bounds down at the 7-yard line. And it was Fitzpatrick and Dante Jackson in the stop, and another nice pickup on first down for the Chiefs, a pickup of about 6 yards.
Well, you got play action with a quick toss out there to the flat. You got Minka Fitzpatrick again on the tackle, but this has been just a matriculation down the field to go Hank Stram on you, which is many years ago in the Chiefs.
Yep, former Chiefs coach, Super Bowl winner. Here's a snap back to Mahomes, looking left, and he has a man wide open and lunging for the end zone. It is Xavier Worthy, and he's in for the score. A 6-yard hookup between Mahomes and Worthy, and the Chiefs have scored first.
And this is very disappointing. Flag, maybe. But, man, the Chiefs came down, and they were smoking on this one. Minka got beat to the flat out there. Don't know. He had to look like there was some miscommunication. Don't know to be a fact there.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct, Kansas City #1. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the try.
Well, to go back to the touchdown, and this will make this extra point attempt for Butker obviously a lot more challenging. You know, we saw a wide open man in the flat last week, and you know, Mike Tomlin talking to Bob Labriola before the game saying we can't have these kind of communication issues. Now, not quite as wide open here, but open enough to pick up a 6-yard touchdown.
No question about it, and there was far too much room out in the flats for Mink to be able to cover Xavier Worthy out there because there's just nobody else and too much room.
48-yard extra point attempt by Butker. That kick is up, and that kick is no good. It is wide right. So maybe a couple positives out of this drive. The missed extra point. The Chiefs have used a couple timeouts still. From Acrisure Stadium, Steelers football continues. 9:19 left in the first quarter with Kansas City up 6-0.
Sometimes even the toughest of us need a little TLC. If you're a Steelers linebacker, that might be a jump in the whirlpool to let the muscles relax after a hard-fought win. If you're driving a Ford, it's a trip to your local dealership for the Works service package. Have your tires rotated and your pressure checked. Top off fluids. Check the brakes, the battery, filters, belts, and hoses. They call it the Works for a reason. And when your car is on its game, you can be on yours. Only at your neighborhood Ford store.
Hi, it's Tall Kathy with Bill Kenny from Burger & Green. So, Bill, if someone's been seriously injured in an accident, how can you help?
With our experience in compassionate care, we work tirelessly to secure the compensation our clients need.
That's impressive. How can someone get started?
Just a phone call. We offer a free consultation and can handle everything remotely, answering your questions and guiding you through the process.
Wow, it sounds like you really care about your clients.
We do. Our job is to handle every detail, giving you the peace of mind to focus on your recovery.
For trusted experience and real care, call Burger & Green, the injury and disability lawyers at 1-800-999-2626.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe with these open earbuds. It's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears.
You feel good enough to go out there and play.
You turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
It's the National Month of Giving, and here's how S&T Bank is making an exciting difference. This month, you can enter S&T Bank's You Give, We Give Instagram sweepstakes for a chance to win $500 for yourself plus $500 for your preferred charity. Just post a photo or video on Instagram with your generous act and tag @STBankOfficial with hashtag YouGiveWeGive. For complete sweepstakes rules, visit stbank.com/YouGiveWeGive. S&T Bank. Member FDIC.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Second missed field goal, or missed extra point, I beg your pardon, of the season for Harrison Butker. That's the only blemish on an 8-play, 42-yard drive for the Chiefs. 3 minutes and 56 seconds taken off the clock. 7-yard touchdown from Mahomes to Worthy has put the Chiefs on top. So the Steelers, quick 3 and out. And look, they've got to find a way to rally here. Wolf, they cannot have these early 3 and outs like we saw a couple of weeks ago in Philadelphia, wear out that defense. They've got to find a way to get some drives going here.
The problem with 3 and outs is they're infectious. You know, they start to take over. They start to dominate your thinking process. You don't get the rhythmic type of flow in the offense. They got to get with it and roll the chains pretty quickly here and get some positivity going.
Officials just waiting to say it's okay to go ahead, and now Butker has spotted the ball, and the officials are saying, yep, we can play. And so Butker ready to approach, and the boot. And Cordero Patterson will take it, and he will take it right at the goal line. Heads up the right side of the field to the 10, the 20, and gets out to the 23-yard line, and he is tripped up there by Cam Jones, who makes the stop. So the Steelers will have the ball at the 23-yard line as we head down to Max Starks. Max?
All right, guys, like you said, that was a little bit too easy for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kind of getting the Steelers out on the edges and kind of using a lot of slant and misdirection to get them going. And obviously on that first drive for the Steelers offense, I want to see the run. I know we got George Pickens. I know we wanted to come out and be different and not run the football, but I think this is a time for them to establish a run game and get back in the habitus that we're used to with them with Najee. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Max. Under center is Wilson, and he will give to Najee Harris off the left guard position, and Bolton comes up, makes a stop, 2-yard pickup out to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Steelers.
Well, you got just an inside zone there with a sweeper on the back side of the formation there, that being Fryermuth coming across the back of the play just to pick up anybody that's leaking there. And there was just not a lot of room there. The good push, but need a little bit more, a little bit extra to get that win on first down.
Wilson under center will bring Austin right to left across the formation. 2 receivers to the left. George Pickens in an H-back look to the right. Here's Najee Harris off the right side, gets to the edge, and gets around the corner to the 30, and is bumped out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 10 yards for Najee Harris, and the first down of the game for the Steelers.
There you go. That's exactly what we need. Sweet Marie, you got Najee taking the handoff and cutting a rug around the right corner there. That's a nice job of outrunning the end man on the line. Just surprising that they weren't able to get him. You got Williams was there right there, couldn't get but a hand on him, but a nice job by Najee.
The ball to 35-yard line. Harris is the lone setback. Michael Pruitt motions right to left, settles in an H-back position. Now Austin across the formation, and the handoff left side is Najee Harris. Harris will pick up a couple this time as Leo Chanel comes up to make the stop for a short pickup for the Steelers.
You know, I was trying all week long trying to figure out his name was Chanel or Chanel. And Chanel is like a fragrance.
And actually it was Tranquil who made the stop. I believe Drew Tranquil, so not Chanel. Yes, but hopefully that odor will not emanate throughout. Chanel number 5. Chanel
there you
number
go.
54. Yes, I'm with you now.
Chanel number 54.
Russ Wilson is in the shotgun on a 2nd and 8. Ball at the 37-yard line on the left hash. Jalen Warren is checked into the game for the first time. He is to the right of Wilson. Wilson gets the snap. Back to pass. And now is going to move out to his left, chased backside, throws it as he's coming down. Are they going to say he was sacked back at the 28? Karlaftis thinks he has got his 8th sack of the season. Let's wait for the call. Oh, this is a huge field position call by the officials. And they're going to say
the
he
ruling on the field
down.
was the runner was down at the 27-yard line.
Oh, that hurts. You got Karlaftis coming around the corner, running the arc, and Russ rolled out from the pocket, not seeing Karlaftis hot on his heels coming up from behind, and he was able to snatch his ankles from behind.
That was a good call, and it sets up a 3rd and 18 back at the 27. Chiefs bringing 4. Wilson will throw for Pickens, and Pickens gets his feet caught up. And no call on Trent McDuffie. The crowd here was sure there was interference there. No call, incomplete, and the Steelers will punt it away.
Boy, I got to tell you, I don't know.
Yeah, their feet got caught up for sure.
Their feet got caught up. There's no question about it. But that wasn't a flop.
High snap to Waitman, who pulls it down and has a high banging kick. Remilio all the way back to his 16. Now head straight up the middle of the field. Ball is out. It is loose, and the Chiefs have recovered. My goodness. The Steelers cannot seem to find themselves on top of a loose football the last couple of games. Wow. Ball was popped loose after that 57-yard punt by Waitman. Now, again, no official signal yet. We're waiting for the Chiefs call yet. Now the Chiefs say it is, in fact, or the officials say it is Chiefs football. Banged loose, came off the head of Chanel, and was recovered by the Chiefs back at the 21-yard line.
Oh, that was...
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, with the score, Kansas City 6. Hold on to that thought, and the Steelers nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on SiriusXM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on SiriusXM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
Christmas Eve, Bad Santa made his return.
Come on up!
History was made in 2004 when Eminem partnered with SiriusXM to launch Shade 45.
Well, look what the store.
Hear stories and highlights as Marshall and special guests rewind the tapes. 20 years of Shade 45. Replays throughout the week on Channel 45 and at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all,
on SiriusXM.
Hopefully a Merry Christmas for Pittsburgh Steelers and Steelers Nation in attendance here at Acrisure Stadium. The Steelers are 2-0 on Christmas Day, one of only 2 teams undefeated who have played at least 2 games. Also, the Philadelphia Eagles are 3-0. The Chiefs last year played on Christmas Day, guys. They lost to the Raiders. Hopefully we can add to that and make the Steelers 3-0. Rob, upstairs to you.
Thank you very much, Missy. That was their last loss by 1 score. They've won 16 in a row by 1 score as Hunt gets a handoff left side, is stopped for a loss on the play. T.J. Watt came roaring in to drop Hunt for a loss of 1 back at the 20.
Well, don't stop with just T.J. That was the twin masters of disasters. That is T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith combining to just crunch that run. Nice job of putting a stop to it.
Boy, the Steelers going back to that punt. Mark Robinson, the big hit. Ball was vomited out. I mean, it just came flying out off the helmet of Chanel and recovered by the Chiefs. Now back to pass, and under duress is Mahomes, and incomplete. Watt and others had the good rush right in his face, and it'll be a 3rd and 11.
And this is one of the keys. You've got to have the good rush on him. You got to keep the pressure. Both tackles are guys that are less than what the starters were at. Tooney being a excellent guard, but at tackle he's got some deficiencies. Same thing with Juwan Taylor too.
3rd down specialist Samaje Perine is checked in at the running back position. Perine is to the left of this formation. 3 receivers to the right. Empty set. Snap. Mahomes back, looking, under pressure. Now going to roll out to the left, looking downfield. Will loft it backhanded. It's going to be caught. Oh my goodness, he flipped it like a basketball pass. And it was caught for now by Perine out at the 33, and it looks like it's going to be a hold on the Steelers, so this will be a 1st down for the Chiefs.
You got to be kidding me.
Mahomes moving left and just tossed it. Backhand flip, one-handed, out to Perine, who made the grab out at the 33-yard line.
How do you do that? That's amazing. Now you get a backhanded flip pass while you're running at full speed, though your ankle is botched up and you got issues with it.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 42. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a 1st down.
Well, you're a 6-time Pro Bowl quarterback. You're a 2-time MVP. You're a 3-time Super Bowl champion. I mean, my goodness gracious. We're watching the replay here. Just flipped it, lofted it up in the air. The ball was in the air for a couple of seconds. You know,
it's amazing.
Just that calm demeanor he has, and it's 1st down out at the 34-yard line. Set on the left hash. Kareem Hunt to the right of Mahomes in the shotgun. Play action pass. And a loft down the far sideline. The near sideline is caught by Watson. Justin Watson, the local product, South Fayette grad, makes the grab all the way down at the 16-yard line. A perfect strike on the long bomb by Mahomes.
Well, the Steelers came with a safety blitz. That got picked up. That left one-on-one coverage with Dante Jackson running down the sidelines with Watson. There's no Holmes around, I don't know, but you certainly got Doc Watson out there.
A 49-yard pickup. They're going to mark it at the 17-yard line as Kareem Hunt is checked into the game. So just like that, the Chiefs go from 3rd and 11 to 1st and 10 at the Steelers' 17-yard line. Hunt empties the set in motion to the left. Mahomes back to pass. Pumps. Now wants to throw to the corner of the end zone, and good coverage down there by James Pierre on DeAndre Hopkins as he bats it away incomplete.
Now that's excellent cornerback work there. You got D-Hop one-on-one with James Pierre, and what a great job of maintaining that contact without following DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins is so good at drawing personal fouls and pass interference and thus forth. That was just a nice job by Pierre.
A 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro is DeAndre Hopkins, playing in his 10th game with the Chiefs. Mahomes gets a snap, wants to give to Worthy on the reverse. Worthy has room off the left side, and Worthy's going to be tracked down by Cam Hayward. Oh, and Hayward rudely pounds him into the turf down at the 11-yard line, pickup of 5, but Worthy paid for that one.
Well, let me tell you something. That's Captain Cam delivering a bowl of Captain Crunch, baby. That was a nice shot. Took out the back and the offensive lineman out there all at once. That's physical play right there.
3rd and a long 4, ball just inside the 12-yard line. Chiefs have to get down to the 7-yard line of the Steelers. It's marked on the left half. I beg your pardon. Mahomes gets a snap, throws, corner of the end zone, complete, touchdown. This is Watson, and Watson in for the score, and the Steelers find themselves in a 2-touchdown hole.
Wow, you talk about quiet in a crowd. You got an angle route, a little flag route there, and Mahomes just puts it right on the money and right in between 2 guys. Jackson and I believe was James Pierre was the other guy, but you've got that corner flag route. Man, that's tough.
That is disappointing. 2nd touchdown of the year for Watson. Butker will come on to try the extra point. So no chasing after the point that was lost last time, and this time Butker is true with the kick. A 7-play, 79-yard drive took 2 minutes and 33 seconds. 4 minutes remain in the first quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score. The Chiefs 13 and the Steelers nothing.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe with these open earbuds. It's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears.
You feel good enough to go out there and play.
You turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
The Gridiron isn't the only place where Steelers fans watch points pile up. They score the perks of game day at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go too. Ready-to-eat prepared foods, everyday value from our family of brands, a fresh selection that thrills every foodie. Fuel savings and made-to-order favorites are all game day traditions. Earn perks and save on game day and every day at Giant Eagle, Market District, and Get-Go. Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome to Irvin Works, just one of 3 U.S. Steel plants here in the Mon Valley.
That's union steelworking veteran Mark Schuler talking about the place he has worked for 29 years.
I'm 4th generation steel, and I'd like it to remain here.
And approving Nippon Steel's partnership with U.S. Steel is what these plants need to keep running. It's not just unionized workers. It's also the towns they live and work in that need the deal to go through.
Towns like ours depend on these plants.
That's a former union worker and current mayor of Clairton, Rich Latanzi. Towns like his and others in our region will all benefit from the partnership. Here's 44-year union veteran Andy Macy.
Nippon Steel has committed $1 billion in upgrades for the Mon Valley alone.
Keeping U.S. Steel in the Mon Valley keeps union jobs in the Mon Valley.
U.S. Steel and Nippon Steel, the future of American steel.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Well, here at Acrisure Stadium, the Chiefs find themselves on top of the Steelers 13-0. 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 7-play, 79-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 33 seconds. The big play, the Mahomes 49-yard bomb to Justin Watson. Then he finds the South Fayette grad in the end zone for an 11-yard strike as Watson comes up with his 2nd touchdown of the year. And the total yardage right now, 121-1. On the hop, Cordero Patterson gets the kickoff, crosses the 20, looking for some room, and is not going to find it. Once again taken down by Cam Jones, his second tackle on a kickoff. And so once again, the Steelers will have the ball at their 23-yard line as we go downstairs to Max Starks. Max?
Well, time is of the essence, and for this offensive line, they've got to figure out a way of getting to the second level. That's been the big issue in the run game. They haven't picked up the second-level defenders. Drew Tranquil, Nick Bolton, the linebackers that are in the box. They're working the main level, but they're not scraping off to those guys, and that's really what's been stymieing this rush offense so far in this game. Back to you guys.
Max, thank you very much. Wilson under center, gets the snap, play action pass. Back to pass, looking at a loft left, intended for Pickens, and Pickens makes the grab over the shoulder in Chiefs territory, inside the 40-yard line. It was great coverage by McDuffie, but a beautiful throw and an excellent catch by Pickens.
Well, you get yourself that one-on-one go ball down the sidelines, and what a joy it is to see George Pickens back in the lineup. I mean, McDuffie was right there, and Russ put that ball exactly where it had to be. What a great catch.
Ball at the 36-yard line of the Kansas City Chiefs. Snap, handoff to Jalen Warren, finds a hole off the left side, stays on his feet, cuts inside at the 20, down to the 15, and down to the 13-yard line before Bolton can track him down.
Now we're getting serious. All right, this is exactly how you got to respond to what's going on. You take it to them. You get a little of that pride, that little stuff in your gullet, and you got to let it out. You got to put some positivity here.
The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz. Wilson under center will give to Warren. Warren starts left, cuts off right guard, and is going to find himself inside the 10 and down to the 8. A pickup of about 6 yards on that first down run.
And what a nice job when he takes the handoff. You got a little zig, a little jump cut, a little of the zag, all the stuff that Myron used to talk about. That's explosivity.